everyone, welcome back to Trike Talk. We are here together again to talk about quads. I tranked you. A lot of the time, guys, we are showcasing our quads here, and people don't like that. They're a little bit confused. We're called Utah Trikes. More than 3 wheels. Well, we at Utah Trikes like to go outside the bubble, and we thought, why stop at 3? And we want to talk a little bit more about that.
More is always better, right?
Absolutely.
So slap another wheel, start doing quads. I mean, different from trikes, but I think there's a lot of advantages going into it. But that's always the question, you know. We're called Utah Trikes. Why do we have quads?
Right. Yeah, one of our most recent videos that we did was of that double-decker quad.
Yeah, we had that.
Is the most innovative quad, trike, anything that we've built here.
It was the most recent thing we've done, for sure. Yeah. And I mean, it was pretty sweet. We have a YouTube video on it. It should be out already, so you should check it out. It's pretty sweet. And really, I mean, that's where I think our company gets to kind of shine the most.
I think even more than the question of why do we have quads here, people are wondering, why do we have quads without pedals here?
Yeah, well, that kind of starts with kind of the conception with our quads, right? And kind of where we are currently. We started with a quad platform, of course, right? Built from there. Our E-Quad platform, our Revolution E-Quad platform.
Right.
And our most popular model, the model we've been doing the longest, is the E-Quad. Now, that is a pedal assist quad. Right. That is one of our models that has pedals. The motor ties in. It helps pedal assist with a throttle. It's a really sweet build, and we've kind of, from there, built many other variations.
In and of itself is a very modular quad, and I think we, and our other models that we'll talk about here as we continue on, are just variations of that, and more specific module.
Right. What can we do off of this build to do the next best thing or a different thing? And not necessarily always the next best, but make it more accommodating is kind of the big deal. And moving from a pedal assist quad, we have a lot of customers and clients that just can't pedal.
Right.
You know, but due to whatever ailment or don't want to pedal and just want something to get out there.
Just want to get out there, and you should be able to do so. And that's the whole ethos with our whole company. We want you to be able to get outside and enjoy
spin fast,
the thrill of spinning fast and relaxing. I mean, come on, that's what we're all about.
So, you know, right off of the E-Quad platform, I think we just get into it. We transitioned into what is currently known as the off-road wheelchair. Right, it uses a hub motor in the rear to power the rear axle. Fully electric, super easy and friendly to use.
Comes with a reverse too, as well.
Yeah,
that
reverse.
Should be totally mentioned. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The pedal options that have reverse is a little trickier to do. We have very few models that can do both, but the off-road wheelchair being fully electric off of a hub motor does have reverse. And again, a very accommodating model. Right. The handlebars fold down to help you get in and out of it. We built this in mind of people that cannot pedal. Right. I also assumed you could not get in and out very easily, so we tried to make it easy.
Right.
And I think that's where our quad line just kind of spiraled into other things. You know, what else can we do from here? You know, and the biggest thing is always, I want more power. I want as much power as possible, right?
Well, when you want more power, what do? Get more motor.
Get more motor, put stronger motors, change motors, you know, play around with it. I think we've spent a lot more time like any good shop, spend more time workshopping ideas than just building something and hoping it works.
You want to be able to climb that mountain. You want to be able to conquer the insurmountable challenge of being outdoors sometimes, you know. So
sure, and it's been kind of funny seeing how we've built and modified and came out and then kind of gone backwards in certain ways. But the next step, right, off of the off-road wheelchair, right, we built the 4x4.
Right.
The great big monster 4-hub drive, power to each wheels, fully electric, full reverse.
Mean suspended.
Full suspension. We modified the frame a little bit to include coil springs in the front as well as the rear. Just an update to the, you know, optional suspension on the previous off-road wheelchair model.
Right.
And from there, I mean, we've been toying and playing with the 4x4 since its conception and changing things, and we've got it going even faster now, and we have more torque and more speed,
controllers,
more batteries, and that's
so cool.
We don't ever have to stop innovating. I mean, that's the fun part. We can keep going off of that model, and we haven't, you know. So off of the 4x4, we built the Hurricane model, right?
Right, which is just 2 hub motors in the rear.
Yeah, 2 hub motors in the rear, which is what I meant by kind of like a step back, you know, a little less front forward power, but it's a little lighter now. And the real shine, I think, from having the Hurricane, right, we're using 2 hub motors, which is more powerful than the single hub motor that is used on the rig or the off-road wheelchair.
The wrapper formerly known as the rig.
We're using 2 hub motors instead of a single hub motor that powers the axle, right? The nice thing about the Hurricane and why I think it is so important in our lineup is it's less maintenance. Less maintenance involved. Yeah. No chain.
No chain
we took the chain out. Yeah. So if you were worried about, you know, one, we made the off-road wheelchair to be friendly to use, friendly to get in and out of, but we tried to reduce maintenance on it, right?
Right.
And the off-road wheelchair has a chain to take care of. So, you know, which isn't bad. It's the same as a bike chain, but it is something, right? The Hurricane removes that. Now you have 2 hub motors that don't.
More power, less maintenance.
Less maintenance.
What's not to love?
So I love the Hurricane model, and then we made the Goblin, of course. You know, I love the little Goblin.
Mean little machine, yeah.
Painted it Goblin green. And we went over to some farmland and rip and tear it on a Goblin for a little while, and
that was fun.
I'm very impressed by that model. We took what was a kid's quad frame and pretty much put, you know, an adult-sized seat on it.
Right, that and the full adult-size off-road wheelchair hub motor, so it's got some stank to it.
Yeah, I was like, it's got some speed, it's got some torque, but it's really maneuverable, right?
Oh, yeah.
So the downside with quads, right? When I think quad versus trike or quads in general, there's a 4th wheel to worry about. So it is bigger, it is heavier, it is larger in most
more
cases.
Space inherently than you know, you're going to have a wide turning radius, and there's no real way to get around that unless you have a smaller frame. Well,
the Goblin is that smaller frame.
It is the smaller frame.
Weighs less, more maneuverable.
Easier to transport, easier to store.
I love the Goblin. I think that it has been one of the greatest additions to our lineup. I think it definitely has earned its place.
Absolutely, we love it, and we'll never stop seeing its places.
Yeah. And you had brought up just a minute ago of our video that we made with the 2-seater, you know, e-quad, where it never stops. You know, designing and engineering, coming up with new ideas, building specific parts and things for customers.
The type of person off of that that's looking for something custom, you like what we're making with our quads, and you have an idea in mind, the e-quad platform is the place to do it. That's where we have the most freedom to tailor it to anyone's needs.
And just to piggyback off of, you know, if there is a platform to kind of get custom with and plan things out, just to be very clear, we don't take all custom projects in. It is not a guarantee. That is not our whole thing. I'm more than happy to talk about it and get into certain
flying
things.
Machine quad. What am I going to do?
Flying machine, regenerative braking, regenerative suspension. I love these ideas. I can give you the platform, and I hope that you do it, and you show it to me, because I think it'd be fantastic. But it's not in our books to do it. Right. Another one, just to throw it in, is belt drive. We don't plan on doing belt drive. It's not in the books at this time. If you're looking to kill the chain, again, I have hub motor versions that have no chain. Right. So if you're looking for low maintenance, that does exist without the use of a belt.
Right.
And I not to get into that too much, but what kind of led us into getting into quads?
Trikes.
Right.
Can you believe it? We started off years ago working on Trike conversions into quads, and that's kind of what led to this whole. That's what led to the e-quad. Eventually, you can take that back to the original Trike quads, and that led to what we have currently, our Cat Trike quads, the Cat 4, or the Fat Cat 4, or the Eco Quad. I know we're still doing that, so we're still taking the trikes that we have here, and love, and just beefing them up, making them a little bit more off-road capable, better cargo capacity that in the e-quad, and giving that to them.
I was like, I love that we do conversions off of trikes still. It doesn't mean that you're limited into buying our Revolution platform. If you had a Cat Trike Villager or Max, or like you said, EcoTat at home, we have the extension plates, the rear end kits and everything to convert them to quads. I think the real place that these kind of shine, they are your pedal assist quads.
Right, if you want that exercise, you want to pedal and maybe not have a motor. I've seen that happen before.
Right, if you're looking for a non-motorized option and you still want to get into a quad, I'm going to point you towards the cat force.
They can do it. Yeah. The video that came out last Friday was a really good depiction between Ashley and Chandler talking about 2 different quad models there. You know, they're motorized. One has a roll-off, one has an NVLO, and the capabilities of those. Our writing reviews are really great resources for you guys who have never gotten in a trike before, and now for those who have never ridden a quad before. So we highly recommend you check that out to get a really good writing review
and
of
not
what
even,
those are going to feel like.
Not even to just shamelessly plug, but we have a lot of information out on YouTube.
Oh, yes.
We're doing videos all the time on every single model of anything.
This isn't just advertising. We want this place to be your textbook.
And if you just didn't want to check out the YouTube or refuse to open a video, or that video didn't have the answer to your question, we're the guys you talk to on the phone.
Yep.
So if you give us a call down here and go, hey, you was watching this video and I had this specific question, we're the guys. So
yeah, we're watching.
Reach out. We've got answers. I'm happy to talk about it.
Yeah. Stay tuned for more, and
always remember to relax, spin fast, and enjoy trikes.
Have a good one, guys. See you next time.